The first set of Krasue changes has arrived on the live servers in Dead by Daylight with the bug fix patch that released today. And they are overwhelmingly nerfs to nobody's surprise. Krasue has been a very controversial killer all the way since her release, and I honestly kind of agree. Playing against her does not feel good. Let's take a look what the devs did here in the first bug fix patch. One thing to note already, they said there are gonna be more changes coming next week in the second bug fix patch. The first change is giving survivors 1 fungus each at the start, while reducing the maximum amount to 6 total. The maximum number is a bit problematic as it makes it very easy to control all the fungi in the match, but this might be a topic for another video in which we farm mushrooms. The next change is the one that a lot of players have been asking for. While Krasue felt incredibly cranky on the PDB and easily got stuck on any small collisions, on live servers she had no collision on her dash at all, removing any unfavorable tiles, which removed the last bit of reliable counterplay survivors had and made a lot of players pretty upset. Now with this patch we are going halfway, still being able to slide objects but not for long. After some testing I found this to not be very meaningful once you got used to it, but will definitely add a little bit more skill to this killer overall. In almost any scenario when sliding an object, you want to slide past in the beginning of the dash, but there are few round objects that can now pose a real threat to the Krasue when they use their dash. This is definitely a step in the right direction, but sadly not even close to being enough. They also reduced the time it takes to vault in head form, which can make a significant difference on some loops to make it back around. But overall, this change is relatively insignificant, might matter in 1 or 2 scenarios per game. Pallet vaults have almost always proven to be extremely problematic on killers, with a few exceptions, and Krasue is no different. The combination of the head dash and the ability to vault pallets render strong pallets almost useless when infected, unless there's a very strong window nearby. Pallet stunning the head now has a 0.5 seconds longer stun duration. In reality, this will not really matter as you're still stuck on that loop regardless, because Fly is so strong at catching up. Overall, these are small, neat changes that are a positive step in the right direction, but they don't change too much of the main pain points the killer currently has. Let me give you a quick list of what I think this killer really needs. The attack range of the head form is absurdly long and further than a normal lunge, allowing for weird hits across pallets and through windows, which don't really feel fair. Krasue is the best tunneler in the game by far. This is mostly thanks to the survivors retaining their infection post-hook. Getting rid of the infection takes at least 30 seconds of not getting hit, which is almost always unfeasible with how strong the head form is in chase. The infection should be gone the moment an unhook happens, which would be a significant nerf for Krasue but gives survivors coming off the hook a fighting chance. I think the 120% movement speed and the incredibly wide third-person camera as a combination is highly problematic. Either the camera needs to be closer to the model or the movement speed needs to be reduced to 115 to give a little bit more counterplay on filler pellets against the head. With that being said, I went out and tested this nerf version of Krasue on live servers. I hope you enjoy. Alright, that sounds we are testing the nerf on Krasue and we are on the wrong server. Well, damn game, we are American now. So Krasue got some nerfs and we are here to test it out. Oh, Undying getting some value already. I don't think the survivor knows. But I know that I know that you're there. Hello. I don't think I quite make that hit, but around this corner should be easy enough. And even though the sliding got nerfed, we can already tell it is still there. You can still slide for the first half of the dash, and this survivor. Okay, it's a styptic. Oh, I was about to say, is that a styptic? Is it syringe? I'm not sure. Okay. Ooh, they min-maxed that entirely. Hello. I'll break this. Get them infected too. You know what? I'm gonna chase race. That does seem to be a challenger. And I'll vault over. And this is the nerfed vault, by the way. We saw it in action right there. Not too bad though. Regardless, it's like 0.3 seconds slower. So not the end of the vault for sure. And with the third-person camera, I can exactly know where he is and go over. Perfect. Let's get it. Oh, they actually got rid of my totems very early on, so we might be in for a challenge. Alright, barbecue and chili shows me where the injured survivor is, and I think... You know what? Do I want to go for them? I can go for you. To be perfectly honest. Wow, that doesn't hit. Okay. Okay. I guess we don't hit. They don't hit. Nobody gets hurt, I guess. Perfect. Alright, he's running away. Keep in mind with the third person camera, I can just angle it every time. And there's not much risk there. I can always see where he's going around every corner, so... The third person camera is very long. And yeah, I think some players are definitely still upset about Krasue, as you can see. He's just DCing on the spot. Alright, look who's back. It's Ace. Do you have Decisive Strike by any chance? Can't quite get the infection off. I'll need to go one round here. Fast hit is free. Oh my god. Second hit is not much more... I mean, this does seem to be a good ace, right? And I think that's kind of like hitting on the problem with this killer in general. Is, it just doesn't... There's not that much depth to this, really. Alright, we see V on barbecue and chili, so I'm gonna go for her. Oh. Well, you're definitely dying in that corner now. I'm gonna get her infected. Infect first, that's why she has to get rid of it after the hook. And that is another topic that I think is pretty important to talk about when it comes to Krasue. I think one change that a lot of people have already talked about, obviously, is the one if you get unhooked, maybe to get rid of it. That would definitely alleviate a lot of the strength and pressure that she has. And might make her a lot more healthy overall. Didn't I see someone go here? I swear I did. Well, you know what? I'm gonna follow your advice and I'm not gonna go for you. This Yoichi looking mighty sus right now, and I'll go chase him. Because otherwise, I think the game's over on the spot. Is that ace? I don't think there's much you can do. Oh, it auto-aimed onto the wrong survivor, actually. Interesting. Perfect. Good drop. Is he just gonna drop it both? Yes, he is. Oh, I'm chasing a bot, by the way. What am I doing? Brother. Okay, the bot is just dying. I forgot that we have a bot. But yeah, Yoichi completely rage quit at the beginning of the game. Nothing too unusual. Do be that way. And I am going to put them on the hook. Hello, Nia. I see you with Deerstalker. I don't think she's aware that I can see her though. Nope. Not quite a hit. Perfect. Let's get that going. I can whip around this corner though. Oh, that doesn't hit. Not quite in range, are we? That is in range, however. So perfect. It's like if you miss, there's just not much time until you can try again. And that's like kind of like imagine being stuck on an unsafe pallet as a survivor. You might win like one vault, but if the killer can try again to mind game you 5 seconds later, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really feel that good. And that's kind of like the Krasue vibe that you have on every single situation where you're infected and the head is chasing you. And that just doesn't feel very good. Oh, the Nerf coming in though. Wait. Oh, the bot doesn't realize it's a double pallet. He views this one pallet as one pallet. Alright, not very smart, Mr. Bot. Let's put him on the hook. Low Mr. Ace. I'll go for you again. I honestly expected him to fall for that. He did not. Alright. Did he try to leave? No. He went to the window, didn't he? Yes. Nice try. Down he goes, though. And let's put him on the hook. And then maybe Deerstalker can tell us who to chase next. Oh, barbecue chili for that matter. There's someone over here. I'll go chase them. Probably near. Sprint bursts. Always kind of funny because I'm just faster than you. Exhaustion just does not matter at all. There's like also another thing that just doesn't matter. DS doesn't matter. Exhaustion doesn't matter. I think honestly when it comes to countering parks and things survivors generally have, there's no killer who can do it better than Krasue, I think. I honestly think there should be no S tier in DVD. Even Billy to some degree, I think deserves to get nerfed. Down with the high tiers. And buff the low tiers. Yeah, look at this. No chance. Alright, cool. So I'll probably make a video, hopefully next week, of things I would love to see in the game. I know people ask me that all the time. But like I will make a video with like dream balance changes that I would love to see on killers in Dead by Daylight. Is this gonna be a decisive strike from Nia? No, it's not. And that means the game is over. But I'm gonna play a few more matches. Maybe we're gonna have one where the survivors don't give up as fast to give us a little bit more of a challenge. See you in the next match. Alright, Larry's it is. This might be a great test for both the vaulting and the reduction on the sliding, because a lot of those loops are a little bit circular and might be hard to play around. But first and foremost, we're gonna use our insane mobility. Ooh, I shouldn't have relied on that, I think. Is that a hit? No, it is not. Okay, I'm gonna go back to head form to catch up fast. Great used pallet though. How's this Deerstalker? How are you the one with the least amount of chase if you're the only one I chased? Interesting. Won't question it. And guess what? The down happens pretty much instantly as soon as the infection starts. Which wouldn't be that much of a problem if there wasn't the auto aim on the infection. And they already got rid of one totem already. God damn. The totem hunters are out there. Getting rid of all my value. Holy. Okay. This is almost certainly sprint burst, right? Did we sprint burst? Alright, I'll get rid of this pallet regardless, but now we're gonna go straight for Britney Spears. Oh, it's Ghost Notes. Look at that! Bro. Perfect. So I could still slide around that corner, right? And yeah, I feel like, honestly, I don't think this nerf matters that much, because more often than not, when you want to slide past one object. So yeah. The vault, I honestly don't feel it crazy in chase, to be honest. Like, it's definitely a little bit slower, no question. But is it significant? I am not too sure, honestly. Alright, this gen is a little bit of progress. We see someone on the other side. I think I'm just gonna go for them, even though I think it would be a little bit smarter to maybe look for people nearby. Alright. No, barely not. Alright, finesse being used. Interesting. Oh, that was one instance where it definitely mattered. I could not go past that wall. Sliding was not strong enough. Oh, look how far I can hit above that though. Kinda crazy, honestly. Great juke by him though. He's doing a great job buying time for his team. That's for sure. Down he goes though. Well played, well played. Good player. He won a bunch of 50s, honestly. The thing is, because the 50s are one after another, doesn't really matter that much. And the survivors definitely did gens instead of healing. So, let's go capitalize. Mechanism one down this, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure you're dead. Do you have that heart? No, you don't. I mean, I didn't infect her. That's not the best, I guess. But it's okay. We can definitely manage. Oh, who do I see here? Hello, Stevie. You're the only survivor I haven't hooked yet. Your Stalker's kind of like a fair play perk, honestly. Because you always see the one that is probably playing a little bit passive. And yeah. Great vault. So I slid back besides that corner. I probably didn't have to. Didn't have to gamble that, but for the love of the game, you know? Okay, I'm just gonna go right here. What are we gonna do? Nothing. Perfect. Wrap it up. So the two add-ons I have on, I don't think I talked about that yet. They are really strong together and they give you so much mobility on the fly, more than you ever need. And you can use it whenever you want. So like it's pretty much removing the limits of the ability more or less. Alright, so not taking the mushroom instantly is probably gonna be his downfall. This is the great player from earlier, by the way. Look at this. Look how fast he went down. He didn't get any worse. That's just how strong this killer is in chase. Alright, is that Britney Spears again? I do think so. Tumbas. Crazy hit. Oh, let's fly back. Right behind them. No chance. On the hook we go. Oh! Look who's checking into the room. Hello? Wait, what? Huh? Where do we go? Am I blind? Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't think... No, I was not on him. Okay, I'll leave him slack. I don't want to tell him. That definitely feels very unfair with the current version. Because there's not much you can do. Get infected once. Call them out. End of story. What's the point? That poor mushroom man. Why you want to get rid of it? Alright. On the hook we go. And we see them healing in the background. I'm gonna hit him once. This is a warning shot, and now I'm gonna go for Stevie. Oh. Did he just cancel my pickup by DCing? Interesting. Oh, it's Stevie. On the hook. Damn, so 1 DC per game so far. So I told the host of the tournament I did not play much Dapper Daylight last week. Oh. Alright, he dead-eyed me, but one thing about this is that he is getting infected now. Which means he has to deal with the hat the entire time. Okay. I mean, what is he gonna do, right? What is he gonna do? So, I don't notice the Vault nerf that crazy much. Did it really change that much? Probably a little bit. I'm not saying it's never gonna help, but... Oh, I saw Stevie eat that mushroom, so we're gonna go over there. And I think the last survivor's over here, right? Where's Brittany at? Oh! Jerry ran! No way. There we go. We got the initial infection. I can just look around the wall, right? So, I mean, what are you gonna do? Alright, down they go. I'll play one more game, see if we get a map where the vault really ends up playing a huge role. But right now, it's a little bit of a change in the right direction, but I think didn't really affect me that much in these games. Alright. We are back and we are playing on Enfield. Alright, so these survivors are gonna get cooked, I think. This is a very, very strong map. Actually, oh. That's an interesting strategy. I'm pretty sure this guy's an XCOM player. If I'm not mistaken. Based on his name. You're gonna get on one here. See if you can put your skill to the test on the Krasue and instantly down. Wow. Cool. I want to hook over here. Is that a solo gen or a duo? That is presumably a solo gen. If you look at the progress. Oh, Deer Stalker tells me exactly where Nancy is, so I'm gonna go for her. And I was a little bit patient. That allows me to get them one right afterwards. So let's see what she can do here. So I'm probably gonna drop this pallet, right? She should wait until I'm out of this power, by the way, I think. That would be the absolute optimal play. And yeah, she's trying the crouch tech. She's trying, but I know about it. So you can crouch tech on stairs, but only if the Krasue sends it instantly, which I don't do. But against inexperienced Krasues, that can definitely work. And by a lot of time, so not a bad idea by any means. Oh, we actually got rid of it just in time. Bro, that doesn't hit. No way. Okay, this is definitely yes. Let's see how much time does the DS buy, though? That's what I'm curious about. Pretty sure it is, right? No. No. Bro, you have the obsession too. God damn. I just wanted to experiment. Oh my god. That evil laugh, though. Crazy. Oh, dear stalker showing me that someone is in the building. Let's go over there. Alright, Torella. I'm gonna catch back up fast. Ooh, that spell is really close, actually. A little bit too short. You know what? I'm just gonna aim at the wall behind her and even miss that. There we go. Okay, tower blame by me, my bad. Haven't played in a few days. Let's dive right in. No light. Down we go. What? No, I'm not going to. I was like, I'm gonna infect you, but no. Wow, someone's doing this, Jen. Let's see what it is. Hello, Nancy. Not much safety for her, but she did a good job there. Going back in. Oh, miss. My bad. Do you make this? I don't think you do, yeah. Okay. Let's use the vault. See how bad it is. She does make it around. I think that made a difference for sure. To be honest. It does look... It looks like it did. Does a vault. Okay. Brother, I can just mind game the loop though. Alright, so we found a loop where this actually matters and then make it back around. But like this kind of like showcases the second problem. Do you really need the vault with the third person camera, the long dash and 120%? It's kind of like, it feels so crazy because there's so many possible things you can do with this killer. Do be crazy, and you just ate a mushroom, but don't think it's gonna help you much. Oh, that's a styptic agent being used. Great job, Arella. You're buying some time, for sure. Nice. I mean, they're doing gens quite well, honestly. They might get another one done really soon. They are very gen efficient. And Dried really wants me to stay on him. But I'm gonna go back to that gen. That's why he wants me to be there. So that I do not interrupt these gens. But I will interrupt these gens. That ball was perfectly placed, really. Not much to do. Nice try. They tried to get value for their life, but very, very difficult. And we're back to House of Pain. Can they get any significant time on these pallets? That's the question here, right? Well played, actually. They crouched in the corner so that I couldn't hit them. Not bad. But I can still buy block, so... Sadly, not good enough. Okay, that gen is like 60, if I hear that correctly. Lord White. Little stutter. That's okay. Didn't last that long. The little bit of sliding window, I don't know if it should get reduced further because the killer will start feeling clunky again, like they did on the PTB. That's kind of like the problem we have here. Oh, that's an interesting approach by the Dwight. So he's blinding me. Do they have another gen almost done? They could. They could get the gens done here. But I can just look away. I'm not a pyramid head, so I'm not really restricted that way. So, yeah. Okay, let's see how far the main gen is. If they were on it the entire time, which they weren't. Yeah, I was about to say, that was... I think I'm asking a little bit too much from them. To be honest. Can't really do everything at the same time, can you? Get rid of the infection, unhook. War shabams. By the way, this is a killer where I feel like... I honestly feel like healing is a little bit overrated. More overrated than against most. I know people don't like healing against Legion, for example. But against Krasue, once you're infected, you get 2-tapped anyway. So... what wastes the massive amount of time is this in the chase. So now she's infected, right? So... hit one. Follow up. Okay, actually she's buying a lot of time. I don't know why I went to the long side of the loop. I thought this is short side. But, case in point, I don't think healing... I mean, it's like, heal two survivors 16 seconds by default. That is 32 seconds. There's no way you're gonna buy that much time with one health state on average. Oh. And in the locker. And I can't grab them. Alright, that's it. GG. That is the Nerf version of Krasue. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Should they go further? Should they do anti-tunnel? Remove the infection on hook. I think the lunge needs to be reduced. The anti-tunnel needs to be reduced. Sorry, the infection of hook should be gone. Yeah, and if they do that, then we might be talking. So not the worst direction, but definitely not far enough for my taste. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.